Hello, hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. It's been a while since I came here. I hope everybody had a wonderful beginning of the year 2023. And I wish you all the best. I wish you health, prosperity, success, peace, and all the good things in the coming year. So the year began for me busy, busy is very, very good. That's why I haven't been here in the past few weeks, and this is my first video in 2023. So for those who are just tuning in or for the first time, my name is Claudine Umuhire Gasana, immigration attorney here in Houston, Texas, serving clients all over the 50 states and actually around the world regarding immigration, U.S. immigration law. So today, I'm not going to take much of your time. I just wanted to come here and catch up with you on the what's new, what started the year 2023. Yeah? So I wish I could say I have some good news, but USCIS is planning fee increase for most of the applications and petitions. So that's what I came here to talk to you about. And also there is a new parole for Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Cubans. So, but what is it really about? Like, how can one get a parole, and who's gonna be eligible, and how is it really gonna work? Is it possible? Is it going to be accessible for everyone? So that's what we're gonna talk to right now. Let's just get into it. So USCIS has, as soon as 2023 hit, USCIS announced that they have prepared a rule uh, that is going to increase filing fees. So, and the increase for some of the fees is just ridiculous. It's a lot. So I'm going to go through without further ado. I'm going to go through some of the cases, the most common cases in my firm we file, and let you know what are going to be the fees. What should you expect to pay? And this, especially those who now have cases that you have your attorney, you've been just sleeping on, putting on the side. This is the time to get everything that you need to file as soon as possible before this fee increase, so that you don't have to pay more than you expected for. When you contacted your attorney or when you started your case, you had, the attorney let you know, here are the filing fees to expect to pay. So within a few months, unless unless there is a lawsuit, and I hope there will be, to stop this ridiculous increase in fees. Like, how are you going to increase the filing fees while people are really, really struggling to even handle the inflation? So, but unless there's anything that stops in the few months, so now the rule has to be published, and then it has to go through the comments period, and after the comments period, they go back and review and announce the final rule. So within a few months, the new fees will kick in. So what do you think? What do you think they increase the fees at? So let's start with actually one of the most useful cases: naturalization. N400. N400 went from 725 to 760. So that's not a huge increase. And also for some of the cases that are being filed online, so USCIS will issue an online fee and paper fee. They are trying to discourage people to filing paper cases and instead filing online. So for example, the marriage petition or immigrant relative petition, also known as I-130, for online filing is going to go from 535 to 710 online. filing. So that's an increase of almost $200. And for paper filing, the new filing fee will increase from $535 to $820. So that's almost 300 increase, right? That's like ridiculous. I don't know the percentage, but you can imagine how much is going to increase. So now the adjustment of status, whenever you file a family case, you either file I-130 and you file for adjustment of status. The adjustment of status package will go from, where did I put it? From 1,225 to 1,540. So that's actually over $300 increase. So this is really, really a hike in the filing fees. So the I-129 H-1B will go from $460 to $780. The I-129L petition will go from $460 to $1,080. The O1, which is, these are categories of I-129, O1 petition will go from $460 to $1,055. So, and we go to the employment authorization, which is gonna be, So the I-90, which is a renewal of your green card, there's no fee increase if you file online. If you file with paper, it's going to increase a little bit, 465, only $10 increase. The employment authorization, so many people rely on employment authorization either from waiting on different types of employment authorization. If you file online, and it's going to go from 410 to 555. And for those who have additional biometrics fee requirements, it's going to be an added $85. If you file for the I-765 employment authorization alone, this is a standalone paper, then you will have to file, the filing fee will go from 410 to 650. The I-131, which is advanced parole or travel document, will go from 575 to 630. The I-290B, which is a motion to reopen or motion to reconsider or an appeal with the administrative appeal office, is going to go from $675 to $800. So the I-751, a removal of condition from, sometimes you get a green card, it's only for 2 years, you have to renew after 2 years. So the filing fee with biometrics will go from $680 to $1,195. This is another over $500 increase in the fees. The I-140, which is immigrant petition for alien worker or employment-based immigrant petition, is going to go from $700 to $715. This one is not increase much. So basically, expect the fees to increase. If you have any cases, you've been, right now is the time. If you haven't contacted an attorney, if you haven't started working on your own case, if you have been sitting on your case and keep postponing it to file before these fees increase, because as you saw, they will increase from a lot, by a lot, like, $300 increase in some of the cases, 200 increase, 500 increase, dollar increase. So that's a lot of money if you didn't plan accordingly. And I do hope that, like I said, maybe, as we remember in the last administration, they tried to increase the fees, but then it stopped because there was a lawsuit. And I think there is a lawsuit, but I'm not going to hold my breath and I don't know. Now, what's next? So, you guys have been hearing about these migrants coming through the border, 42, Title 42, right? So now the administration is trying to kind of calm down the, I don't know, the fear, but and by introducing a new program by which uh, nationals from Haiti, Nicaragua, I think Honduras, and Cuba, they will be eligible, like it has been the case for Venezuelans in the last months. I think, yeah, last year, last few months, uh, it, giving them an option instead of taking a trip and coming through the border without inspection. Instead, they will apply from where they are, like in their country. They will apply for this parole, humanitarian parole. So there are a few conditions attached to this humanitarian parole. Basically, you have to apply through the consulate where you will apply the I-131. By the way, I didn't even check if this one has a fee, but actually there's no fee. This I-131 humanitarian parole. You have to apply I-131 humanitarian parole. You submit the petition or the application, and you have to show that you wish to come to the US to seek asylum, and you have a US citizen or US resident or US asylee, anybody who is in the US who will be your sponsor. So basically, instead of traveling and coming through the border, you will apply and wait for the US government to give you a parole. Parole is like a permission, it's really a temporary permission to seek entry in the US. And arriving in the US, if you need to pursue um, asylum, you will, and that also will allow you to apply for employment authorization while you wait for your next steps. So this has been established or put in place for Venezuelans in the last month or a few months. I really don't have any statistic to kind of assess how it's going to be feasible. But however, though, it's basically it is, some critics say that this is not available for everyone, because not everyone can be able to apply, like especially if you are fleeing, right? Like you're fleeing or you are in distress, you're not going to have time to apply for a form. You don't know how long it's going to take. We all know the processing times for all these cases. It's at least a year, even 6 months or to a year. And also, not everybody has a US citizen, a US resident, a US, I don't know, asylee, refugee in the US, relative or friend or sponsor who's going to be willing to sponsor them, because that person, they will have to sign some papers saying, yes, I am responsible for this individual, let them come in. So, and also, not everybody is able to fly to pay for a ticket to fly to the US. As you know, most of these people, they come through the border and have gone through so many countries. It takes them months and months to be able to get at the border. So, but at least that's an option for those who will be able to. So that's very important to know. Like if you have anybody from Haiti, if you have a family member or a friend from who's in Haiti, that instead of taking the trip and venturing into these terrible conditions they often come through, we can let them know there's a new option. I mean, so and also I don't know what is the probability of approval, because it's all discretional, but at least it's there. They can try it instead of coming through the border, because that's a new program also put in place. So I'm gonna let you today with that. So basically, feel free to comment and like and share. Again, USCIS is increasing filing fees. This is a right time, especially those who wait on their tax return to move forward with their application immigration processes. This is a time to apply before the USCIS fees increase, and also so you know that there's this new program. It's called humanitarian parole for um, Haitians, Nicaraguans, I think Honduras and Cuba. So you have a great Friday and a nice weekend, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.